Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jasmine. So today I've got a special video for you because it's a little bit different to the kind of videos I normally post on my channel. In this video I will be announcing a giveaway for a copy of The Sims 4 Cottage Living later on in this video. It's going to be based on a CAS competition, so stick around for that because I'll be explaining the rules later on in the video. But I also wanted to have a look at both of the trailers for the new pack, both the release trailer and the new gameplay trailer that was released just the other day. I will also link both of the original trailer videos in the description box below, but I've picked out some of the things that I'm most excited about in terms of gameplay and also build features as well. So to begin, in case you haven't seen either of the trailers before and have never heard of Cottage Living, it is an expansion pack coming to The Sims 4 on July 22nd, and it will be introducing the new world called Henford on Bagley, which I interpret to be a world based on the UK or rural areas from the UK, which I love obviously because I'm from the UK. The whole vibe of the pack is obviously very cottagey, very cozy, which completely fits my build and gameplay style in The Sims 4. So the thing I'm most excited about from this pack is obviously the animals. Now you guys probably know that I'm obsessed with animals. I have a Sims 4 Animal Rescue LP on the go, which I'll link in the description box below in case you're interested, and I also play Planet Zoo videos as well. So yeah, animal obsessed. So the animals that we are getting in this pack are cows, chickens, llamas, bunnies. Also we're getting several bird items. So first up, none of the animals that we're getting are going to be available in CAS. I think the cows and the llamas we can purchase via a new shed object. I did check online and you can purchase different coloured cows, llamas and chickens, so that's really handy. Also chickens you purchase via a coop object as opposed to the shed object, and you can get 8 chickens per coop. I think in terms of the llamas and cows you can only purchase 1 animal per shed, but you can have multiple sheds so that you can build up, you know, multiple cows, etc. And you can add your own fences so that you can put sheds next to each other and create just one field with a couple of sheds to have a couple of cows in. All of the animals will die of old age, but there are ways to make them immortal apparently. My source didn't specify how that would be, but I'm assuming it'll be similar ways that you can for cats and dogs and the rodents in game at the minute, which is just to buy like a treat online or something like that, maybe at the vets. And you can give names to all of the animals, which is good. You can also add clothing to animals, but they won't just randomly spawn with clothing on, which is obviously a good thing because what animals randomly walk around with clothing? All of the wild animals will have relationships with your Sims through a new gifting system, and I'm not sure what this applies to because I don't think that, for example, cows, llamas and chickens are wild, but you get wild foxes and wild bunnies. I think the bunnies will be wild. You won't actually be able to have them as pets, and I'll explain that a bit later. So first up, out of all of these animals, I'll talk about rabbits, and I'm so excited to have rabbits in my game. I love rabbits. I want rabbits myself. However, I'm not too keen on the idea that they are going to essentially be wild and we can only befriend them and we can't really have them in the same household or as part of our CAS, and therefore yeah, they won't technically be pets, they will be wild. So yeah, they won't be in CAS, but you can purchase a rabbit or bird house. So I'll talk about the birds a little bit later, but you can purchase a rabbit house to have them show up more. And I've also seen that you can explore the world and befriend rabbits as well, so I'm not entirely sure how it works. Yeah, you can increase your relationship bar with a rabbit and then they will hang around your lot a little bit more and you can befriend them, and then you can place their home on any lot. Because yeah, it says you can place an object that makes rabbits more likely to appear, but then will that be the same object that you move that is their specific home? Because won't that be the home of many rabbits? Will that therefore move every rabbit? Will it move just one rabbit? How will that work? I have no idea, but you won't be able to find them in any world initially. You'll only be able to find them in the new world, but once you've befriended them you can place them in any lot, it says. Yeah, I'm glad that we can at least move them around and pretend that they do live with us even though they don't. You don't need to feed pet rabbits apparently because they kind of take care of themselves. Again, they're sort of wild, they're not really your pets, which is sad. I would like to be able to feed my pet rabbits and have objects for them in my house. Like I would love like a little rabbit bed, rabbit litter box or a rabbit food bowl and stuff like that to have those interactions. It's a little bit heartbreaking for me that I can't do that, but you can place their homes on your lot, like I said, assuming you have have enough relationship with them, and they will come and go as they please, and you can access them through their relationship panel. So like another sim, I guess like the dolphins we have in game, you can sort of befriend them in the wild, and then you can interact with them via the relationship bar and maybe sort of call them to the lot or something like that. It also says that they can help out in the garden, and I don't know what that means, but we'll see. I guess maybe they help you with gardening, with digging or something, I don't know. So next up, cows. This is another animal that I'm super excited to have in game. So I went through all of the trailers and I sort of picked out all of the interactions that you could do with cows. So some of the cute ones that I noticed where you can brush them to keep them clean, making sure their coats are nice and healthy. You can obviously milk them, and you can use the milk as ingredients in dishes that you can prepare, or you can, I guess, drink the milk or sell it maybe. You can also dress them up in clothing. You can hand feed them like treats and stuff like that. That will help to produce special types of milk maybe. I'm not sure how many different types there are, but there seem to be a couple in the trailer. You can also massage them, or at least cuddle them or pet them. The animations for cuddling cows and llamas looked to be the same. They had the same sort of movements, so I'm guessing if you can do something for cows, you can probably do like an equivalent action for llamas. So that's my guess. But it also says online that cows and llamas will stay near their sheds, so they won't like roam around. If you create a field, they'll just kind of stick near their shed. They won't go everywhere in the field. So next up are llamas. Now llamas are obviously like the face of The Sims 4, so it does not surprise me at all that they put llamas in this pack, but I am a little bit peed off that they included llamas. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, llamas obviously do not exist in the UK. It breaks my heart that we are getting llamas and not sheep, because we have sheep everywhere here in the UK, and they would have been like the obvious choice as a source of wool, which is obviously what the llamas are there for in the game. So in Cottage Living, we will be able to use wool from llamas to make knitted and cross-stitch items, and this will be free for both of those actions, so you won't have to pay to create a knitted item or a cross-stitch item because you have that wool in your inventory, I'm guessing. So yeah, I'm not going to complain about there being an extra animal in game, because I could always have more animals, but I definitely would have preferred sheep. For me, it shatters the UK illusion. But let me know what you think down below. You might seriously love the idea of having llamas. But yeah, it doesn't surprise me at all that they're in the game. Anyway, I mentioned swans and ducks, and apparently we will be able to add certain animals to ponds, including swans and ducks, as a visual effect. So you'll be able to create ponds using a terrain tool, and then you will add animals like an object or a visual effect. I'm not sure how it will work at all. And I also spotted a turtle in the advert as well, and it was in the scene that they were fishing in a pond as well. So that's worth noting, that you might be able to fish from ponds that you create, or it might be a pond that is already existing in the world. So maybe you won't be able to add the turtles as a visual effect. Maybe that's just one that's already there. But yeah, turtles exist in The Sims 4 now, which again shatters the UK illusion, because we don't have turtles in the UK. Oh yeah, and chickens. I nearly forgot chickens. So I think the chickens look absolutely great. You can interact with them in loads of different ways. They even showed like little toddlers hugging chickens, which was super cute. I love that. And you can breed chickens as well. Apparently chickens are the only animal in the pack that you'll be able to breed. So there's loads of footage of little chicks running around, and they are so cute, and you can pick them up and cuddle them. So I'm super excited about that. And obviously you can also collect eggs to use in your meals and use them as ingredients, and I'll talk about that function a little bit later on as well. And apparently we are getting new wild foxes in the game, and they are not going to be like the foxes that we got from cats and dogs, because you won't be able to add them to your household. They're going to be just wild foxes with a few new fox animations. So they skulk around, and that's a new animation apparently, and they also get into the chicken coop, and that's a new animation too. And I think they steal the eggs. I don't know if they chase the chickens. I don't know if your animals can be killed by the foxes, because there was also a shot of a fox going after a bunny in the trailer as well, and the llama sort of spat at it to make it go away. So I don't know, can animals be killed by foxes? That's kind of like a dark addition to the game if that is the case, but sure. But you can add like an alarm bell system to the chicken coop, so that will protect him against foxes, I think. So that's good. Okay, so I mentioned that we would be able to get wool from llamas, and that obviously means that we will now get cross stitching in game, and I assume that is coming with a new skill, or maybe it's part of the knitting skill, I don't know. But apparently we are getting 34 cross stitch designs, maybe some sort of clothing that you can decorate or build and buy objects. We'll definitely get some wall decorations because I saw plenty on the wall behind the character in the trailer who was cross stitching. Oh, and I forgot birds. So I mentioned there might be a specific object for birds earlier, and I kind of took a couple of screenshots of the object that I thought that would mean. But there was also a shot of a sim interacting with birds, kind of like a Disney princess, with her singing to the birds and the birds kind of sitting on her hands and her head and stuff like that. So that was a really, really cute interaction that I absolutely love. Another feature that I'm really, really excited about is the picnic basket feature. I mean, I'm a bit disappointed because I don't think you can use it on the floor, and in my head that's how everyone has picnics. So yeah, it's a shame that Sims won't actually be sitting on the floor to have their picnic, but apparently you can pack your own food into a basket, put that into a Sims inventory, and then from there you can place it onto a table anywhere in any world, and you can just use one single interaction, and I assume that that applies to a group picnic as well. And in terms of food in the game, we are also going to have a couple of new recipes. Well, they showed quite a lot of new recipes, and I don't know what all of them are, but they mentioned Yorkshire puddings, which is quite exciting as someone from the UK. So show your love for Yorkshire puddings down in the comments below if you know what they are. If you don't, then Google it because you should. And one thing that people seemed really excited about was kids cooking. Now, kids won't actually be able to cook on their own, but they can help their parents to make food as a sort of family activity. So there'll be the ability to cook with a group of Sims. That will be like an action I think you can do. I'm not sure how it works. Yeah, kids will be able to cook in a group, but they won't be able to cook on their own. So I'm assuming they won't have a cooking skill, but I might be wrong. They might get a cooking skill from that action. And then another feature that will be added to the game is canning or preserving food. So there will be 16 different types of preserves or jams or things like that. I'm not sure what they are, but they will be linked to the cooking skill apparently. And we are going to be getting new veg in the game. We're going to be able to grow oversized vegetables, which is really exciting. I think this is a really cute feature. I'm actually really excited about this. So I spotted in the trailers that we will get, I think, watermelon, although I wasn't sure that it was definitely a watermelon, pumpkins, aubergines and cabbages, I think. I'm not sure what the limitations are, but I think that you'll be able to add to farmers market stalls. I'm not sure if you'll be able to use it as your own market stall or you'll be able to just purchase food from it, but there definitely is a little grocery stall in the village that you can buy from. So there might be two kinds of objects, or there might just be one kind of object, I don't know. But apparently you can buy produce from a local grocery store in the village run by local NPC sim Kim Goldblum, and you can also purchase beef, chicken and other ingredients from the local shop in town. So that's really exciting. I don't know how that's going to work at all because we've never really had a grocery shop before in The Sims 4. I think we had them in The Sims 3, so maybe it's kind of like that, I don't know. And we can also order food through the new grocery delivery service in The Sims 4, so that's exciting too. And then there will be a local fair where you can basically compete against Sims in the neighborhood for the best crop, milk, pie, eggs, chickens or cows. So I guess you take care of your animals and you try and produce the best animals or food as well, or bake the best pie, and if you have a really good cooking skill or something like that, then you're more likely to win, I'm assuming. Yeah, so this will be like a sort of country fair type event that is very, very common here in the UK, and especially in very rural areas. This is really common. That's really exciting that they've applied that to animals as well. I'm super excited to see how that works. And then apparently there will be no new traditional career that will be added with the expansion pack, which is a little bit sad, but you can make money and make a living from raising and caring for animals and obviously growing these new giant produce as well. So yeah, they were all of the gameplay aspects that I picked out from the trailers. There were also a few build and buy aspects that I wanted to highlight. So obviously I mentioned the pond tool, and this is going to be part of the build to terrain tool as a free update. So that's really good. We're getting that as a free update. Definitely needed it for a long time. So super excited to have a pond tool. However, Sims will not be able to swim in ponds, and they also won't be able to skate over ponds. But yeah, like I said, you can also place animals in ponds that you've created. So you can place swans and ducks, and also that little turtle that I mentioned as visual effects. I don't know if the turtle is a visual effect, but you might be able to add them. And then obviously one of the main features of this pack in terms of build and buy is that it's going to introduce some awesome thatched roofing details, which I'm so excited about. And the windows as well just look so cottagey and so pretty. I also saw a little kettle object, and I'm guessing there's no way that this will be a functional kettle the way that it's placed in this room, but I would do anything for them to have like a functional teapot in The Sims 4, because at the minute the only functional teapot we have looks like a weird teapot coffee maker hybrid. I swear the Sims team has never seen a teapot before in their life, and if they have, why did they create this object? It's so weird. I beg of the Sims team that they include a real functional teapot, please, soon. This would have been the perfect pack to include it in, and I know it's a really weird thing to be picky about, but for people from the UK, it is something that is a big part of their everyday lives, and the fact that we don't have it in The Sims is just an outrage, frankly. So yeah, at least we have it as a clutter item, it looks like. But yes, other than that, I'm super excited about some of the living room furniture we're getting. The wallpaper, the floral wallpaper looks so cute, and oh my god, the living room objects. Yeah, so the fireplace is gorgeous. I love the look of the fireplace, and I love the look of the chest of drawers in the living room, and also that armchair looks so good. I just beg, please, can we have some decent swatches for these armchairs and sofas, because we've had some really nice design sofas for like a cozy farmhouse type interiors, or just a standard sofa that's just normal looking. We don't have very many of them, and the ones that we do have, terrible swatches that just don't go with anything in the game. I'm looking at you, cats and dogs, because that sofa is such a pretty design, but the swatches on it are horrible, especially the cushion colours as well. They just don't go with anything. And also the paranormal stuff sofa was really gorgeous, and yet the swatches of like the cushions and the blankets were just weird. Like, it just makes it really hard to match them to like other interior objects. So yeah, I just want some normal swatches on the sofas, please. So yeah, that was basically it in terms of build and buy. I also found out in terms of the world that the world has 3 neighbourhoods, each with 4 lots, and that there will be one 64 by 64 lot, which will be the largest lot. Kind of upset that there's not a lot bigger than that, especially in like a farming pack, because I just want huge lots all the time. I'm definitely limited by 64 by 64 lots sometimes. I want more than that. And yeah, so that was basically it. So let me know what you think down below of the pack, of the trailer, what your reactions to it were, and what you thought of everything that I've covered. Are you excited? Are you disappointed? Let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear what you think of this new pack. It's definitely right up my street. This is my ideal concept for a pack. Yeah, I will have to see more of the gameplay and play with it myself in order to judge it properly, but I'm super excited with at least most of the features. Kind of heartbroken that there aren't horses, kind of heartbroken that there aren't sheep or pigs, also kind of heartbroken that we can't have rabbits as proper pets, you know, that we won't have objects indoors for them, that they will technically be wild. Yeah, that's definitely a disappointment to me, but I'm really glad that we have them and that they've got such beautiful animations. They look really good in the trailers. So yeah, mixed feelings I think, but mostly good feelings, mostly good. I've said before and I'll say again that I just have all of my fingers and toes crossed that they will create a horse riding game pack eventually, because if they don't, I will be devastated. I will be so upset, because I've been waiting for horses in The Sims 4 for so long. So yeah, that will definitely be upsetting if that doesn't happen, but I'm not going to talk about that at the minute. That is not for this video. What I will talk about, however, is my giveaway for a copy of The Sims 4 Cottage Living. So if you're interested in receiving a free copy of The Sims 4 Cottage Living, then I will be giving away one copy to the winner of a CAS competition that basically starts now. As soon as you're watching this video, you are able to enter. So for context, when the pack released releases, I will be setting up a new Let's Play basically. I want loads of exciting new characters to place in my neighbourhood and my protagonist to interact with those characters and just to flesh out the world a little bit for that Let's Play. And my inspiration for the competition basically was because I'm watching Gilmore Girls at the minute, and if you've not seen it before, it's basically a really, really cozy small town full of utter weirdos. Like, it's got tons of secondary characters who are really, really interesting but make the show hilarious. And basically, yeah, I want to encourage you guys to create some characters with some interesting quirks or backstories or, you know, links to the protagonist. Obviously, you haven't seen the protagonist, but the main character will be female. She will have like siblings and parents and grandparents already, so don't make those. But yeah, I'm thinking maybe like potential love interests, potential neighbours, maybe friends, maybe enemies, maybe just a random townie with a really funny story, or yeah, like I say, like a quirk. Like for example, in Gilmore Girls, one of my favourite characters, Miss Patty, she's like the local dance instructor and she's the gossip about town, so she's always spreading gossip, but she's also like super flirty and makes all of the young men in town feel uncomfortable because she's just a little bit too flirty with them. So yeah, just characters like that basically. Maybe are just total weirdos. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm just looking for someone really, really interesting. And you can enter more than one sim in a household per entry, but each household will be a new entry. But that does mean that I will allow like one person to enter multiple entries. So that will give you like a greater chance of winning. If you want to do that, you could enter like 3 or 4 households, each with a couple of characters in with a different backstory attached to them. So yeah, that's possible, but I will be only picking one entry as a winner, obviously. And I will also let you use CC. I mean, I personally only use Maxis Match CC in my game, so I will encourage you to use either no CC or Maxis Match only CC, but you can use Alpha CC. But if I add them to my game, I will switch out the Alpha CC to Maxis Match alternatives. But however, I will say you kind of decrease your chances of winning if you do that, because if I end up downloading the sim and they're basically bald and naked in every outfit, then they're not gonna look as impressive, are they? You know, you'll probably have a smaller chance of winning because I won't get to see what they actually look like. Unless you send me pictures, feel free to do that. Send me pictures on social media and then I can see the sim in all their glory. I'll be mainly basing the majority of my decision on the backstory that you give to the character in the description box, which is obviously what will make them interesting. So to be clear, the way that you enter the competition, you have to do 3 things. You have to upload your entries to the gallery using the hashtag Princess Cottage Living, and I will write that on the screen for you so it's really, really clear. That is Princess, not Princess. Princess Cottage Living, no spaces, no anything, just those 3 words smushed together. The second thing you have to do is like this video, and the third thing you have to do is comment on this video with your gallery name and one of your social media account usernames so that I can contact you if you win. So I can match your gallery name to your social media, yeah, and get in contact with you, because otherwise I'm not going to know who you are and I won't be able to give you the pack. It can be any social media account of your choice that I have. So I have all of my social media linked in my video description, but also on my YouTube channel, and I think that includes Tumblr, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I also have Reddit. I'm trying to think if I have any more. Don't think I do. I have Twitch, I have Discord. You could join my Discord and contact me that way. Just find a way that you're most comfortable with me contacting you. And yeah, let me know down in the comments below how I can contact you, and use your username as well so that I know who you are and I can get in touch. But yes, that is it. So just to be clear, that is upload your sim to the gallery using the hashtag Princess Cottage Living, like this video, comment with your gallery name and your social media account username that I can contact you. you with. And the deadline for the competition will also be the 22nd, which I know is not very long. It doesn't give you very long to create a sim, but this is because I want to give the winner the pack as soon as it comes out, because I feel like, yeah, some people might not want to wait. So that's what I was thinking. But if you would rather wait and have the extension, then that's fine. Just let me know and we'll see how popular that is in the comments down below. And then I will pick the winner as soon as I can after the 22nd and contact you once I've picked a winner. So good luck. I'm so excited to see everyone's entries in the competition. I honestly can't wait. So that's basically it from me. Let me know if you have any questions about the competition or the giveaway down in the comments below. Let me know what you thought of this video, of this new type of video, whether you would like to see more like this from me in the future. If you like this video, please like, comment and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye guys.